The How to Train Your Dragon live action remake killed it at the box office this weekend. And between this and the Lilo and Stitch remake, I think it's safe to say that live action remakes aren't going anywhere, unfortunately. And although I'm not particularly a big fan of this subgenre, if you put a gun to my head and told me to pick 5 animated movies that should be adapted into live action, these would be the 5 that I would pick. Starting off with Atlantis: The Lost Empire, a movie that I think is really underrated. It's not one of Disney's most popular movies, but it would be pretty easy to adapt to live action due to the human characters, and I think if you gave this a decent budget, this could be a ton of fun. Similar thought process here with Treasure Planet, another underrated Disney movie from the early 2000s in my opinion, but again, you would have to give this a pretty big budget, but at least you would have the built-in fans from the Treasure Island novel. Something that's rather interesting is that although Disney Animation Studios and DreamWorks have both been into the live-action remakes, Pixar hasn't dabbled into it yet. If it did, I think Up would be a good contender. Like, seriously, who couldn't imagine Harrison Ford in the lead role here? The Incredibles would be a popular choice, but I'd rather keep this in animation form. Plus, it shares a lot of similarities with the Fantastic Four. But if I only had to pick one, I might go with Monsters vs. Aliens, an animated movie from the 2000s that I think is very slept on. But if you adapted this into live action and gave it a decent budget, there are endless possibilities with what you could do here. What did I miss in the comments?